Hey guys. Oh, a lot of notes. So today we're doing some questions and answers, and I want to start with an important subject regarding analysis when we analyze a piece of music. So I was playing this progression in A major. Here's the progression. One more time. And what we have here, C sharp minor 7, C major 7, B minor 7, and E7. Now, C sharp minor, B minor, and E7 all belong to the key of A major. That's the third degree, that's the 2 chord, and that's the 5 chord E. So what is C major doing there? Now, the thing is, musicians tend to go to the chord level of analysis, analyzing at a chord level. And usually what they try to do is go with C might be the triton of that chord, or C could be the relative major of the parallel minor, these sort of things. And there is a deeper level to that, deeper but simpler anyway. All you have to do is look at the bass. And what you're seeing here is that C natural is a chromatic tone, chromatic note in that environment of A major. A major, it's a chromatic note. And the thing is, I could play other chords on top of this C and it would still be kind of the same progression. So that's the original one more time. So I could change the C sharp minor to something like this. So now I'm playing kind of A minor in first inversion. Okay. I could also go with here I'm playing a diminished chord. So before we commit to analyzing it and trying to pinpoint the specific C major 7 that I did and why it is a C major 7 chord and why is it even C major, it's important to understand that first of all, it's a C, it's a chromatic chord. So I would start by analyzing it, saying this is a progression in A major with one chromatic chord between the third degree and the second degree. I want to give you another example. Okay, so let's say this time I'm going to move from C major to F major. Now we're going to make our bass player a bit happier by adding one additional note. Instead of just C to F, we're going to add E here. Now, what chord should we play on this E? Um, so here are three options. We could go with C major over E, first inversion, like that. That's one option. We could go with E7. It's another option. Another option is E minor 7. What changes mostly is the soprano, the notes on top. So let's see the three of them, and let's add in one more. Second one, E7. Let's try also E augmented. It's Billy Joel a little bit. So the thing is, again, with music analysis, if we try to explain the E, why is E working here? We might say that E is the 5 of A minor, but somehow we go to F major instead. By the way, I played E7 sharp 9. Why did I play this chord? Just because I wanted this melody on top. Okay? So we could go with trying to explain the chord as a scale degree E7 moving to F instead of A minor. When it comes to E minor, people might come up with a different explanation why this chord works, when in reality these are all versions of the same bass note, same bass motion from C to E to F. It's kind of a passing tone that make the motion to F smoother. And on top, if I choose to stay here, now focus on this voice, that could be one option. If I want to do a chromatic motion, that's going to result in E7 or E augmented. Okay. If I choose to keep C on top, that's going to be the augmented. Okay. If let's try the E minor 7, see what happens. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Here with E, when E minor 7 happens when I'm keeping G and just moving with the melody here. So we're talking voice leading here. How about if as E moves down to D, how about if I jump to B flat to go along with it and create this parallel motion? Let's see what happens when I do the bass. You know? And by the way, this leaves room for innovation because we might come up with a certain motion, I don't know, that might result in a new chord. So actually, going deeper into the voice leading process and trying to do interesting things with the voices, but still keeping them melodic. We don't want to get too crazy. You might come up with new chords, actually. Let's no, that was not great. Just a simple melody. Anyways, so chords, being able to, this is something that we learn in school. They ask us what is the E is the fifth degree in the key of A major. Okay, but this is not the deepest level of music analysis. Important to realize that. Okay, first look at the bass. Once you keep the bass at E, and then you can play more than one chord on it, and it's great for reharmonization. And by the way, regarding reharmonization, I want you to notice that I mostly kept C and F in place. I didn't do a lot of playing with these two chords, certainly not with the C. The chord that got the attention regarding variations was this added chord. And this is something that happens in reharmonization. When you try to reharmonize a song, these passing chords are the first one to, I recommend paying attention to those chords. That's what I'm trying to say. Because by playing with them and keeping the basic structure, which is C to F, you're not changing the basic chord, the basic progression. Keep the basic chords, still the same progression, but you can play with the in-between chords. Okay, so this was our what we wanted to say about music analysis. Chords, analyzing chords as scale degrees is not the deepest level, and we should go to the deepest level. Look at the bass. Okay, now I can see the chat. Hey, good evening, Sam. Let me turn the air conditioner on. Summertime in northern Israel. So next week we're going to do Spain. We're going to talk about Spain by Chick Corea. I'm going to show you some interesting connections. How the intro of Spain, that adaptation that Chick did of the Spanish concerto, the Concierto de Aranjuez by Spanish composer Joaquin Rodrigo. The adaptation he did and the progression he highlighted in that introduction is the starting point of the whole thing, and we're going to see how Chick exactly knows how to highlight a certain chord progression to create new music, and at the same time to create music composition that breathe Spain all over it. Thanks, John. Another piece by Cheek that I'm working on, it's really hard, so I cannot really play it yet, but I'm trying to understand the harmony there because it's a complete magic. So we should just play a little bit. This is children's song number 20. Let's do it slowly, okay? Sorry. Chicoria, children's song number 20. Yeah, still practicing that. Okay, let's see a question. Haga, how many possibilities do you have for the passing in the bass? So we moved from C major to F major. Let's move this. Wait. Yeah, better. So I think I showed like 4 or 5 options. First one was C first inversion. That's the classical one. That's the German one. Let's call it. That's very Brahms, right? The more American one, the pop, could be E minor 7. But the melody will have to change. I cannot do. The melody would have to be. Did you see how I suspended the G from the E minor and just move these 2 notes and then resolve it to the F? So that's the more American, but I did have to change the melody. Another one was E7. With better voicing, that's E7. Or oh, that's the same melody of the German one, but now instead of this, I could do the E7 sharp 9. Okay, and then we also had the Augmented, which naturally resolved to F major 7. We keep these 2 notes, and the motion is here. Latin America on the F. Okay, so the topic we're talking today about analyzing a chord progression not from the standpoint of chords, like saying this must be the 4th degree, or that's the tritone, or this is the 5 of the etc. But first looking at the bass, and by looking at the bass, and we started with a simple progression that moves from C to F, and in between we have this E in the bass, and now we're showing options on the E. So can you do something that sounds like Latin American on F? Let's see. trying to think. Kind of salsa thing. I'm not a salsa player. Let's see, bossa nova. I'm not crazy about that, but C6-9, right? Yeah. Maybe like that. You see what I'm doing? I'm holding the E and maybe playing this. Maybe I shouldn't play the the G sharp, just E. Yeah, playing these parallel. We call them parallel 6. Yeah. Altered and the augmented are almost the same. Good question. Okay, so altered. Let's do C. Let's do a progression C7, moving to F major or to F minor, because you know C7 can act as the 5 of both F major and F minor. So the augmented scale would be, when we say augmented, we mean, oh, you ask altered. Okay, anyways, let's do. This is the whole tone scale, out of which we can play 2 augmented chords. Okay, now the altered scale would be instead of, we have the second half of the scale is similar to the whole tone scale, but not the beginning. Do you know of any Piero? No, I don't. It would be allowed to hear. No, unfortunately, I don't. Feel free to ask anything regarding music theory or piano playing. Phrygian progression. Oh, Phrygian is in a very interesting scale. Let's make it simple, right? So this is the E Phrygian. So if we move by triads, we get E minor, F major, G major. Okay. Now, nice thing we could do, first of all, instead of playing triads this way, let's play them. Let's move the E up here. Now, instead of where we have these fifth, we're gonna play them same chords, but now you can hear there's an interval of a 6, which is much more harmonious than. So let's move from E minor, F, G, same progression. This time we're gonna keep in the bass. It's much better. Now let's try moving to D minor. This is another nice move. So the number one feature of the Phrygian mode is this semitone at the beginning. We hear that when we move to F major, but we also hear that when we move to D minor. Yes, I mean it's instantly cinematic. That's what I wanted to say. Listen to this. We could do E minor and keeping E in the bass. That's the secret. Let's do some string. Learn this voically. Let's do this. Okay. I was interested in the Chicory 20 string song, and how it had a lot of arpeggios, yes, and little melodies, but how to hear an overarching melody connecting all the little ones. It felt like there was something there. Yeah. So what Chic is doing with children's song number 20 is he has, for example, some simple devices that he used to play in an interesting way. For example, when he's playing these augmented chords, okay, moving them down chromatically, that's not too interesting. But when we play the second one here, look what you're having. This is instantly a Chicory sound. And then we could move to this E augmented chromatically. So let's play it on top. So it's going to be so he has it here. So it was here it is. Let's do that again. So he's doing this diminished, another chord of fourth. These are the augmented chord. Let's do that one more time. This is fantastic, and I'm still analyzing this piece. I try to understand what's going on here. But listen to this, for example. He comes up with simple but crazy stuff. Here, with the right hand, he's moving chromatically, while here he's moving from C to F diatonically, chromatic and diatonic. So here and here and together. Yeah, crazy stuff. I'm still analyzing it because I'm trying to, here we have this is, if you're looking at kind of B minor, but he's starting it from actually B minor. Yeah, B minor. 4th degree. And then this is like, what is this? Now this there's E minor here. It's like playing think E minor. Now with this chromatic. So he's doing, this is kind of an E minor, and then kind of diminished. So it's like E minor to diminished. Ending it on, and then yeah. Crazy stuff. Okay, let's see. Can we hear how you do freestyle on these 4 chords? No, that was B, E minor. That's yeah. Flat 9. That was E, D sharp 7. You had there, yeah, that's the sharp 5. Yeah, I think I got. Let's do it. One more time. Yeah. Yeah, sure, John. Okay, 2 more questions. Interesting, linking the different chords together in the phrase. I believe you were talking about the cheek Children number 12. That's the 9-note scale Kurt Rosenwinkel also use. Oh, you mean the... I didn't know that. Confirm if you can in the chat. Was that the 9-note scale? Was that the juxtaposition of the augmented chords? And then we have another question. Interesting. Let's see. Interesting. The mashing together of different chords types, minor and diminished together. Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if you think about it, when we're looking at the when Chick is playing this, I'm trying to look at this and say, well, there's probably a simpler chord behind it. I first heard E minor, and then I tried to play it simple. So E diminished to E minor. So you know how they say about music analysis in the professional world, when we analyze, in my case, I was analyzing Bach fugues. So we always write the suggested analysis, because, you know, someone might look at it differently. But that's my suggested analysis. Yes, Chica again. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, right. The 3 augmented. Okay, the 9. I didn't know that. The chord Rosenwinkel. Yeah. What about more chord? Okay, let's see. What about A7? In the middle of Stella, altered. It doesn't sound good. Let's do Stella by Starlight. I think you. On this, I think Gary Burton talked about the. I think Antonio. I think I like what Gary Burton said about it. On A half diminished, he's playing. He's playing F7, like. And then when you go to D, you can change it to this. Indeed, you can go to D, no, augmented, the other one, altered. So we could go again. Yeah, I like that. Right? And then on the G as well, you could go with altered on the G. It's a bit classical. when I'm getting to the B flat, so I'm playing. I think it's from the original. By the way, Bill Evans, when he gets back to the E, he's going like that from F minor. Why Bill Evans is moving from F? Because you remember the beginning of this live stream, we were talking about the bass. If you're looking from the bass notes, it's just approaching from above. So a lot of the times people play maybe trident substitution on this, but Bill Evans saying, yes, I'm going to keep the F, but I'm going to play maybe F minor. Yeah. All right. I think we're good for today. Next week, we're going to do Spain by Chick Corea. Yeah? We're going to go over the piece and see some great connections and great stuff he's doing there. And we're going to explain more about the great Chick. Okay. So thank you for your questions. A pleasure. I enjoyed playing for you and explaining you the music that I love, and I know that you love too. And I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like the video and maybe leave a comment. YouTube really liked it. Yeah. Okay, bye bye.